What is going on, y'all? This your boy Junior coming at you live from the south side of Atlanta. It's a lot of stuff to talk about. But first things first, my week, as y'all could by the title, y'all already know the vibes. Man, this Florida vacation quotations was supposed to be, how can I say this? It was supposed to be me and my friend. I'm not gonna mention his name because I don't know how YouTube be demonetized and all that. And I don't even feel like he should want to be even mentioned in this live right now. But anyway, I was in Orlando, excited to be there type time, right? And we were supposed to go to Daytona. We were supposed to venture out and see certain things, right? This was the plan. So, excuse me, my fault. So yeah, the plan was to go to Daytona and see the beach and all that. I ain't been to Daytona in 10 years since I was 17. I'm 27 now. So I was literally hyped up a little bit, low key. I was hyped up and I was just like, okay, this is going to be cool. So, my nigga, when I tell y'all, Florida got some different type of heat, humidity. It is not like Atlanta. Oh my God. This shit here. Florida humidity. First of all, the vacation. I got my boot, not my boot. Excuse me. The sneakers I got on right now, my Adidas. I wind up getting wet. I was cooped up in the house most of the vacation, but to begin off the story, we went to Daytona. I would say the first night for the most part. The first night we was in Daytona, and I was literally like, it was lit for the most part, but given this, this COVID situation, it wasn't really nobody outside like that. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like a few people outside. Now, let me tell y'all the good shit, right? Me and my friend, we was by the beach. So you had the boardwalk, which was when you first get to Daytona. We were literally, he lives in Orlando, by the way, but Daytona is like a 45-minute drive, whatever. So literally, we get to Daytona. He's driving his car, and the boardwalk is not there no more. But it's like barely anybody outside. It's like a few people walking around, whatever, like that. But there's barely people outside, and I'm just like, it's lit, it's cool, but it's not a vibe like I was expecting. Like I said, I ain't been in Daytona since 2011, so I was 17. So this is all relatively new for me. You understand what I'm saying? So I was in Daytona and we didn't go by the water, but I'm like, yo, this this is like a vibe for me because I'm with my friend I ain't seen in years. I'm with him, and so I'm like, okay, this chill. We was there for like 2.5 hours playing arcade games, mind you. We was in the arcade for like 30 minutes because I'm shooting like the ball inside the little arcade. Me and him both doing that. He won his tickets, I won my tickets type time. So I was literally, it was a good time. It was like Daytona was cool, but here's when it gets salty, right? Let me tell y'all something. Here's when it gets messy. So I'm thinking this is what we had planned. We're in Daytona. We were going to go to Daytona for like three times, like 2 or 3 days, right? And I'm like, he's at work most of the time. I was in Orlando. He lives in Orlando, but Daytona's not that far. It's like 45 minutes out. So the reason why I want to go to Daytona because I have family, that lives there or whatever like that. Well, my mom's friend, he lives there. So I'm literally, this vacation turned into a damn staycation, to say the lack of better terms. So I'm in the house. My friend, he at work most of the time. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. So I'm cooped up in the house, and let me get to the weather. First of all, Florida weather is terrible. Niggas think Atlanta weather is bad, but Florida weather is terrible. Oh my God. My last like 4 days there, I caught a fever. I was there for like 8 days. I was there for like 8 days. My last 4 days there, I caught a fever. I wound up getting sick because let me tell you something. Florida weather, for the most part, it was raining. For 3 days in a row, I first got there. For 3 days in a row, I first got there. It was raining like crazy. It was raining nonstop. And then it was like during like the end of the day, it would slow down. And then it would rain again. This is 3 days straight. The humidity out there is nothing to play with. It's like the humidity like sticks to you. It's like a different type of environment. Now downtown Orlando is fun. When we were driving around, downtown Orlando was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool. I saw a lot of dealerships. What I mean by that is like Infinity, I saw a Lamborghini, I saw a Bentley dealership, all that, right? And so I was just like, okay, this is cool. This what's up. Like downtown Orlando remind me of Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying? Like downtown Orlando is like really like it's a vibe. It's like Buckhead in a sense. It's a vibe. It's really a vibe. I fucks with it. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I don't like Orlando is like real slow for people that's for retirement. You understand what I'm saying? The whole Florida trip, the whole entire trip was just on some I was just cooped up in the house, pretty much like how I'm doing now. Like I was cooped up in the house, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? My man's had to he had to work, you know what I'm saying? He works at Disney and all that. And he was just at work all the time. Just like how I be at work if I'm not on vacation. I work a lot too. So this whole Florida trip, we went toward I forgot what part of Florida this was in, but it's like an hour away from Orlando. And it's a nice area. Like this area of Florida is nice. That's where my friend's friend, where he lives at. The area is secluded. It's like it's a nice apartment complex. When you get in his apartment is like when you first walk in, the kitchen is to your right. Nice granite countertops. It's an open floor plan. I don't know how many bedrooms he got in there, but it's like laid out, right? So literally, the reason why I'm bringing that up, my homeboy, the water was cut off before I even got there. The water cut off, so we could not take a shower and none of that, right? So we had to go across to the other part of Florida to his friend's house so I could take a shower and so he could take a shower, so whatever. To make that long story short, I took my shower and then I was just like, yo. I was talking to him and I was like, yo, so how is it living out here? Because his friend lived in Atlanta as well. And so I was just like, how was it living out here? He said it's cool. I lived in Atlanta for a minute. And I was just like, okay, that's cool. He's originally from Baltimore. Dude that I was talking to, he's originally from Baltimore. He knew I was from New York. So we got to chopping it up type shit. So I was chopping it up with him and he was like, how long you and your friend known each other? I'm like, we knew each other since high school type shit. You understand what I'm saying? So my friend, he get out the shower and we all just chopping it up in his little kitchen / dining room area. We all just chopping it up. So I'm like, we took a shower and we just headed back to my friend's crib. I'm not gonna lie, driving around Florida like that was on point. That was like for me, that was like the height of the trip. We didn't really do too much of nothing else. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really do too much as far as like going out venturing. And this is where it was like, this is where I'm a little confused at. All right, so before we left to go to Florida, right? Our plan was to pick me up, drive there, and when the days he have off, for us to like 2 or 3 times go to Daytona Beach. I like Daytona Beach. I ain't gonna lie. I like Daytona, even though it's slow now because what's going on. This pandemic was going on right now. It's kind of slow, but as far as like Daytona, I like Daytona. I like watching the water, whatever like that. But we didn't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? When my friend got off work, right? He was like, yo, Junior, you can keep the spare bedroom, whatever. No, excuse me. He was like, you can have the keys to my car. I was like, my nigga, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be responsible for the thing that happens to your car because it's in my hands. Mind you, I'm not a bad driver at all, but it just I'm not used to any of that, right? So literally, I was just like, yo, I don't feel comfortable doing that. He was like, why not? I'm like, I just don't. If anything happened to your car, I don't want you blaming me for any mishap or whatever like that. So we wound up going to Daytona that one time, which was in the beginning of my vacation. That jump was trash. So just to piggyback, when I was in Daytona Beach, though, we went to this restaurant. We didn't go in, but we was just this Joe's Crab Shack. Like when you go, you get off the boardwalk. It's not even I would call it a concrete walk. It's not even a boardwalk no more. So you go toward from the concrete to Joe's Crab Shack. It's got like a giant dock that leads right to the restaurant. The restaurant is on the water itself. It's like crazy, right? So the dock goes around the restaurant. The dock is like this. So imagine if you are, this is the little concrete walk, and then the dock is directly in the middle of the concrete walk. You have to walk up and then walk out to the dock, and then the restaurant, you keep going. The restaurant, the dock goes around the restaurant, and then you can go around to the end part of the dock, and then the restaurant is like in the middle of all that, right? So I'm literally uh I'm at the dock and we just watching the waves go by, the water waves, and you can see hotels just like hotel after hotel after hotel, right? And then you see the water like on the shore doing this, like going back, going forth, and we just talking while we like watching the waves go by. Mind you, that's the only time I was in Daytona. That was not the plan though. So we just talking, chopping it up, and all that, and so this guy literally at the last minute toward the end, that was the same day that I was playing the little arcade games or whatever like that. The shooting games. We didn't really do too much. We wound up buying some food, and literally he was just, we wound up going back to Orlando. I was just like, yo, this was not the vibes. Like this trip is not, this is not the move. At the time, like I'm speaking for the whole trip right now, but at the time that it was not the move. You understand what I'm saying? Like the whole trip I could have stayed at home if I was gonna be cooped up all day in the crib type time. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But as far as like the whole trip is in its entirety, I was just like, yo, I ain't like it. I did not like it. This was not the plan that I had in store. This is not the plan. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving. You understand? So that was pretty much it. You know what I mean? Like Daytona was cool. We were supposed to be there for like 2-3 days type time. Daytona was cool. So yeah, after that, Orlando's too slow. I don't like Orlando. Daytona's slow too, but it's more toward the water. You understand what I'm saying? Orlando, it was like, it just wasn't my cup of tea. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like Orlando. I ain't gonna lie to you. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, with that being said, my next trip in Florida, that was a week. My next trip in Florida is gonna be on point. You understand what I'm saying? My next trip that I take, it's gonna be on point. It's gonna be a vibe. I'm gonna have my own vehicle. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, it was crazy, man. When that whole trip, the weather, I can't talk enough about the damn weather. The weather in Daytona is terrible, man. Not Daytona. I keep saying Daytona. The weather in Orlando is just terrible. Like that weather, I wouldn't advise anybody to what's the word I'm looking for? It's just the humidity in Orlando is just treacherous, which is why I call it fever. Like Orlando's weather is like one minute is up, and then the next minute is raining, and then the next minute is gloomy, and then the next minute is sunny and it's hot. Then the next minute is like at nighttime in Orlando, it's like it's been days to where it was hot at night. It was hot. And then it was like days to where it's hot in like the morning / afternoon. And then when it get toward nighttime, it goes to like 47, 39 degrees. Hence why I got sick out there. I'm not obviously I ain't sick no more. That was like a week and a half ago I was out there, but you understand what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, damn, man, it's crazy. You understand? So I couldn't do it no more. So the last day when we were in Orlando, we were supposed to go to Daytona Beach December 25th, and that was my last day, like my last day out there because what was it? We were supposed to go at no Christmas morning. We were supposed to leave. Christmas Eve, we were supposed to go to Daytona Beach for the whole entire day, from 10 o'clock all the way to like 9 at night. We were supposed to spend the whole day there, but at the last minute, he said he didn't want to do it. Hence, that wasn't the plan when I first got here. And my friend, he was just like, I don't know what he thought, but I was like, yo, this was not the move. You understand what I'm saying? So my whole vacation was just a staycation, I guess you could say. I was like, bro, like I said in the beginning of this live, I'm like, yo, I could have did this at the crib, yo. I could have did this at home. All this being cooped up in the house, you knew you had to work. Like, you knew you had to work. And you understand what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't really do nothing. You understand? So it is what it is, though. But yeah, man, like that was pretty much a week in Florida. You understand? Like that was pretty much the vibe. I really didn't do nothing. You understand? I just stayed at the crib all day. So yeah, I appreciate y'all being here. You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate all that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yo, I'm dead ass, man. Like it was not a vibe for real. It wasn't the move. So yeah. I'm gonna definitely do more trips though. And then by the middle of this year, I plan on doing a trip. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm gonna definitely have another video with that. As far as like my trip that I'm gonna take, I'm gonna definitely have another video, another story time. This one I feel like I kind of dragged it out or whatever like that, but I'm still getting in tune with all this trips and all this stuff. So man, y'all be safe out there, man. Happy New Year. I gotta have a something else as far as like the beginning and all that stuff, as far as like the video. But y'all get the drift. I hope y'all enjoyed the little story. I know it was very brief and very small, you know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta let me know in the comments, whatever, like what y'all need as far as like more tea or whatever like that. Y'all gotta let me know. But yeah, y'all be blessed and Happy New Year, man. One.